Today is the day. How am I feeling about it? Do I have any regrets? I don't want to play along anymore because I think a lot of people are playing along. There is no middleman. Greetings, guys. Today is the day where we get to talk about spirituality, because this channel is also here to delve into parts of that as deep as we can, not to the surface level. Okay, so today is the day. I want to talk about it because it's kind of been one of my callings for a while. Express it. How's the journey going? So you get to hear how it's going for me this far. How am I feeling about it? Do I have any regrets? What is it about it that's gravitated me towards it? So today we get to talk about it. So with that being said, welcome. So how did it all begin? Well, I don't know about you, but for me, I was at a part of my life where I was kind of stagnant. I didn't know what was going on because, you know, on this journey, things make sense if you are able to tap into your parts of yourself where you can get the answers that you want and make it make sense in your own pace. So I was stagnant, and then I started getting like, I don't know, I would try to close my eyes and things would just, like, there would just be this disconnect between me and I don't know if you call it entity or energy that I close my eyes, but and the entities that we have been programmed, because they teach you in religion, right? And this is why spirituality is, it's like it can't be taught, but we're gonna get into that. So like the disconnect was, I was taught that if you needed anything, if you needed any help, all you have to do is close your eyes and this sky father will make things happen for you. And so like I would close my eyes, but then there would be a disconnect where I'm trying to connect to that entity, but then it just wouldn't happen. So I'm like, why am I not connecting to this entity that is supposed to see us first before we see it? Or he, they said he. So then from there, I started having like this stagnancy where there was a disconnect for me to connect to that source. So then from there, like I started just like drifting, right? I didn't know what was going on. So then I started and stopped going to church. Like there was just energy about me that was just not, I don't want to play along anymore because I think a lot of people are playing along. They would tell you off the books that this is how they're feeling, but they're still showing up. So slowly I'm like, I'm not going to do this. So I started stepping back and trying to connect it to see what was going on with me. So then I started drifting, I started holding back, and then I started tapping into like our teachings as Black people. Where do we come from? What is it about us? Why are we in this predicament? What's going on? So then from there, I was like, what? And that stagnancy started decreasing. I remember like kind of coming out of my shell a bit, being like expressive of myself, kind of like vocalizing and advocating for my own voice. I started speaking up about things just to myself, actually. And then people that resonated with it started reaching out to me, be like, oh, nyabanjiath this, nyabanjiath that. I'm okay, there's something about this. And then I started listening to our scholars. But then the thing that really led me towards that that journey was just, I don't know, there was like a shift where I'm able to amplify my thoughts and my own voice. Like that's how, like that's something I always remember vividly, because it was like summertime, went to a church camp, and things were just not making sense from there. And there was something about that camp where I thought this is going to be my last one, but then I just sat with it. I didn't even vocalize it to anybody. I just knew that it was going to be my last religion practices, ways of doing things. So that's how it all began for me. Fast forward until now, I would say about maybe going to like six years, I would say, roughly. I think 6 years. And now we're here. And what can I say about that? Guys, the amount of self-development, the amount of internal alignment, peace, I don't know what you want to call it. Like, this journey is the best journey that I could ever recommend to every soulful people. Because not everybody has a soul. Anybody that has a soul, this journey is the best journey you will ever be on. And I'm honestly just freestyling this. I'm not scripting it. I'm just making a flow and just talking. So it's coming from my heart, you know. So this is the best journey. Why is it the best journey, if you ask? Wow, there is no middleman. There's no somebody that you have to talk to for you to get the answers that you want. Like, it's only you, and it's always going to be you. There's no somebody that dictates how your life has to be, because you are your own master in your life. That's what the alignment, you need to figure out what that is. And the people will say, where do I start? You start by figuring out what is it that you love about yourself. Because there is something that you love about yourself. What you do, I don't know, it could be your nose, it could be, I don't know, your shoulders. I don't know, I'm just looking at myself, but there is something that you love about yourself. So you need to figure out what that is and start from there, because there is something, there is the way you walk, I don't know, your voice. And the crazy thing is, like, a couple of days ago, I was just listening, and I realized, damn, there had to be somebody that existed before me that had my voice, that had my nose, that had my eyes, everything about me, for me to have these. And I'm just like, oh my days. Anyway, so tap into that. There's something that you love about yourself. So figure out what that is, because religion, a lot of people, especially about this spirituality too, I'm finding the red flags of it is people are trying to teach it. It cannot be taught. It's spirituality, and people try to monetize off it, capitalize of it, messaging people, initiating healing. No, this cannot be taught. It's a personal journey. I can't even define that for you, but I can only maybe express how I defined it in my own life, and then whether you resonate with that or not, that's up to you. But it cannot be taught. Spirituality cannot be taught. It's you and whatever forces you got going on. There's no middleman, and that's why a lot of people are trying to, like, I call them the new age spirituality gurus. I think they're misconstruing a lot of things. They're telling people to do this, do that, love and light. To me, it sounds very fishy, because a lot of people are pushing that, but nobody's ever tapping into their darkness, which is very powerful. Like, you will not exist without darkness. That's something people don't talk about. And so I think, go on the journey and unpack it, put the dots together and the puzzle. Even if you feel significant right now, keep tapping into that. Because that's what I always say. People will be kind of confused when they get told, what do I look for? What happens after all of this? A lot of people don't have the answers, but the answers are within you already. You just have to tap into yourself and figure out how those alignment works for you, because you are here to do something. So what that's something you have to be defined. You have to be able to define that, because nobody really knows except yourself. Not even your mom, not even your father knows. You are the one that knows the answers. They can't tell you. Maybe they can guide you. They can give you guidance. They can't give you instruction manuals, because that's what they do. You must do this. Nobody can give you instruction manuals but yourself. But I think you have to figure out, because I think there's a codependency when it comes to religion and spirituality way. Because, like, spirituality in itself, even the concept of it kind of been tampered with because of the Western ideas. So you need to, outside of all those instructions, figure out what it is for you. Because I can't tell you. Like, for me, it's not even spirit. It's like we have a different word for it. So definitely figure out what that looks like for you. I can't even define that, because you might need to sit down on the floor, lay on the floor, whatever. I might just need to sit here, breathe, take like 3 deep breaths, and I'm done. So it's like, it varies, and you are the person that needs to define that, nobody outside of yourself, to be honest. Because they tell us that you're going to get the answers from an imaginary sky god that has all the answers, when that's a lie. So figure out what that is and go from there. They say, look for nobody to save you but yourself. There's nobody coming back to knock on you and be like, I'm going to help you now. Otherwise, it would already happen. You're the only one that's going to do that for you. You can get principles that you can help you to apply that into your life, but nobody is coming to do that for you. Literally, you're gonna have to do that. It's all up to you. All up to you. And so I would say, if you are ready to embark on a journey where you are the one that's in charge of your whole consciousness and your soul, because I used to think that the body and the soul are different, but your body is part of your soul. So yeah, they say you are not the body, you are the soul. The body is part of the soul, which is it gets deep. So tap into that. You have the answers. They say meditation, what do you look for? If you're trying to meditate, do not try to get the answers you want to hear. Accept everything about you. The way, whatever parts the people cannot understand, the ugliness, all the great parts of you, you have to accept it. You can't just highlight one aspect to yourself. You have to accept all of you. So I would say with that, when you meditate, don't just pick the answers that you want to hear. Accept all of it. And you see how that goes, because you are everything in one. So yeah, if you want to embark on that journey where you are the one in charge and wanting to just embrace the wholeness, there's a protocol that you design yourself. You get to figure out what that looks like for you. Do not try to look for a middleman. There's no hierarchy. That's what spirituality is about. I don't think it's because like in Christianity, they tell you that you must. There's somebody that's always higher than you. And then you have to get to them because they're higher than you, and then they make themselves have the only power. There's no hierarchy. So this is just you and you. All the forces that you have in yourself, you need to gather them. There is a misconception that spirituality can be taught. It cannot be taught. It's not religion. It's definitely not religion, because religion puts somebody with the power of command and told you must do this, you must do that, you must do this. No, you are connected to all. You call the grandmother, you call it the whole power source. I don't know what it is that you can define it as. You are the one that can determine all of that. So start by figuring out what it is that you love about yourself. There's something you love about yourself. There is. So start from there and go from there. I rambled, and I hope that you're able to receive it and operate on that frequency. If you didn't, maybe you're not ready to receive it. But yeah, I do appreciate everybody that is here this time, because I only started this channel a month ago, 2 months, and now we're here. So I do appreciate all of you guys for tapping into yourselves, because if you weren't, you would not be here watching me right now. So yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Bye.